What if I told you one of the greatest films ever made was nearly destroyed by the very studio that financed it? Not tweaked, not adjusted, destroyed. In 1972, a 3-hour crime drama called The Godfather arrived in theaters and quietly rewrote Hollywood's rules. But before it became legend, it was considered a risk nobody wanted to take. Paramount didn't see prestige. They saw pulp. Mario Puzo's novel was a bestseller, yes, but executives thought it was cheap entertainment. They wanted the story modernized, trimmed down to 2 hours, made flashier. Francis Ford Coppola fought back. He insisted the post-World War II setting was the soul of the story. Strip that away, and you strip away the tragedy. Even the casting felt like sabotage. Marlon Brando was labeled difficult and washed up. The studio imposed conditions before allowing him near the role. So Brando filmed a private screen test at home. He slicked back his hair with shoe polish, stuffed cotton in his cheeks, or lowered his voice to a whisper inspired by mob boss Frank Costello. When executives watched the footage, they didn't see Brando. They saw Don Corleone. Then there was Al Pacino. Unknown. Quiet. Too small, some said. Executives wanted established stars. Coppola moved up the restaurant assassination scene to prove Pacino belonged. Watch that moment again. The hesitation. The train roaring in his head. The shift in his eyes before he pulls the trigger. That was the turning point, and the studio finally understood. Chaos didn't stop there. The word mafia is never spoken in the film, not once. Pressure from the Italian-American Civil Rights League forced the production to remove it. What could have crippled the script instead made it stronger. Power was implied, not explained. Silence became menace. Even accidents shaped history. The cat in Corleone's lap during the opening scene? A stray found on the lot. The oranges appearing before deaths? Yet originally just set decoration. Patterns emerged later. Meaning followed instinct. And the violence. Sonny's toll booth massacre cost $100,000 for 1 minute of screen time. In 1972. Over $750,000 in today's money. It shocked audiences used to polite movie deaths. After that, cinematic violence changed forever. Then came the Oscars. In 1973, when Brando won Best Actor, he didn't attend. Instead, Sachin Littlefeather declined the award on his behalf, protesting Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans. The room was stunned. The Academy Awards were no longer just celebration. They were a platform. Here's the deeper truth. The Godfather succeeded not because executives believed in it, but because artists protected it. Coppola felt like he was waiting for a firing squad every time a studio suit visited the set. Yet he held the line. Sometimes the masterpiece you admire today survived 1,000 quiet battles you never saw. And that's the lesson. Vision often looks like stubbornness before it looks like genius. 50 years later, every crime film still answers to The Godfather. Not because it was safe, but because someone refused to make it safe.